Still young in heart.
I hereby call the fifth day of the fifth regular session to order. May we all bow our heads for a moment of silent prayer. Okay, Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Aritas,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Figuer,
Yes.
Senator Colant,
Yes.
Floor Leader Harper,
Amen.
Senator Conman. Where's Conman? Okay. Senator Ned, Senator Pollack,
Yes.
Senator Perman,
Wow.
Senator Romulo,
Amen.
Senator Usmal, Senator Wally,
Yes.
Speaker Simona, Acting Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Acting Speaker, 11 members are present.
With that, we have a quorum this morning. So next item, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, next item is reading of the journal.
Floor Leader Harper. have
Thank
the
you,
floor.
Mr. Speaker, and good morning to you and all honorable members, as well as our staff and all those who are observing our session online or wherever they are. I now again move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
Again.
It's been moved and seconded that we dispense with the reading of the journal. There's no objection. We will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All
Aye.
opposed say nay. Motion carried. We have Congress has now dispensed with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Acting Speaker, item 5, Presidential Communications, there are none.
Continue.
Item 6, Everson Supreme Court Communications, none. Item 7, Member Communications, also none. Item 8, Departmental Communications, none. Item 9, Agency or Governmental Authority Communications, none. Item 10, State Communications, none. Item 11, State Supreme Court Communications, none. Item 12, Municipal or Town Communications, none. And item 13, Foreign Government Communications, none, Mr. Acting Speaker.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. Order of the day.
Mr. Speaker, we have an awaiting list number 21-37.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. So we have
Yeah, let's move.
Go back. Congress is back in session. If there's no objection, we will go down to item number 15.
Mr. Speaker, item 15, special committee report, there's none.
Next item.
Item 16, assignment of measures and communications, we have an assignment sheet number 21-99.
Next item.
Item 17, unfinished business, none. Item 18, bill calendar.
First bill.
Mr. Speaker, the first bill is CP number 21-294 for second reading.
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Move for the, Congress passes, Congress Bill 21-294 on second and final reading.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 21-294 on second and final reading. Discussion? Any discussion?
Speaker, just for the record.
Speaker, Rusmal, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Just for our record, can the chief clerk read the title into the record so it'll be kind of organized and in order?
Yes, thank you. Oh, Vice.
Chief Clerk, please read the title.
Thank you, Speaker. We have CP number 21-294. This is a bill for a second reading, and it's a bill for an act to appropriate the sum of $300,000 from the general fund of the Federated States of Micronesia for the fiscal year ending September 30, 2020, for the purpose of funding relief efforts in the United States in the states of California, Oregon, and Washington due to the recent wildfires and for other purposes.
There you have it. Discussion?
Mr. Speaker,
Go ahead, Chairman Figueroa.
yeah, I think the bill is pretty straightforward. The amount here is small as it is, but we're giving it for by heart. So I think we should move on it, and I move for the previous question.
Second.
If there are no other discussions, debate is closed. We will vote by delegation. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Yeah, for second reading, State of Chuuk,
Yes.
Chairman Arito.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman. State of Kushai, Chairman Willie.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all the four states voted for the bill.
With that, Congress has passed CB number 21-294. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 21-295 for second reading.
Please read the title.
Yes, sorry. CP number 21-295, it's a bill for an act to amend sections 1, 3, 6, 9, and 12 of Public Law number 21-42 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-55, 21-77, 21-94, 21-116, 21-147, and 21-1, excuse me, 21-171 to appropriate $2,503,500 of additional funds from the general fund of the United States of Micronesia for the fiscal year ending September 30, 2020, in order to provide supplemental funding for the operations of the national government of the Federated States of Micronesia and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress passes Congress Bill 21-296 295 on second final reading.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 21-295 on second and final reading. Discussion? Any discussion? If there are no objections, discussion is closed. We will vote by roll call of delegation. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
State of Chuck, Chairman Aritos.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Fairman. State of Kushai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal.
Maybe.
Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the four states voted for.
With that, Congress has passed CB number 21-295 on second and final reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have CB number 21-292 for second reading. CB number 21-292 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law number 21-180 by amending Section 2 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Yap State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. I move that Congress passes Congress Bill 21-292 on second and final reading.
Any second? It's been
Okay.
moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 21-292 on second and final reading. Discussion?
Short recess. Mr. Speaker.
It's o'clock.
It's
Speaker, we're in recess.
Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion of CB number 21-292.
Yes, Speaker.
Chairman Perman, you have
Thank
the
you
floor.
very much, Speaker. Good morning to you, Acting Speaker Moses, all honorable members, and those that are observing our session this morning abroad and here in Pohnpei. Mr. Speaker, I so move to defer action on the said bill 21-292 to Tuesday. I so move.
Any second?
Again.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer CB number 21-292 to Tuesday's calendar. Discussion?
Question.
None. We will vote. All those in favor of deferring CB number 21-292 to Tuesday's calendar, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. CB number 21-292 is deferred to Tuesday's calendar. Chief Clerk, next bill.
There are no more bills, Mr. Acting Speaker.
Next item.
Item 19, resolution calendar, there are none.
Next item.
Short recess.
20, introduction of bills and resolutions.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair.
Motion.
Congress is back in session. If there is no objection, we will go back to item number 14, standing committee reports. Chief Clerk.
Yeah, for standing committee reports, Mr. Acting Speaker, we still have an awaiting 21-37.
Chairman Willie, you have the floor. Do you have any reports you want to withdraw in place? Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Chairman Russ?
Withdraw and place.
Chairman Willie, you have the floor. Do you have any that you wish to place?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I move to withdraw and place Standing Committee Report number 21-65 on today's calendar for action.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and second that Standing Committee Report number 21-65 be placed on today's calendar. Floor Leader, do we have any rules to?
Mr. Speaker, move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our action on the said report.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the rules that may impede our action on withdrawing and placing Standing Committee reports be suspended. So the motion before us is to withdraw and place Standing Committee Report number 21-65 on today's calendar.
Speaker,
Discussion, any? Chairman
Yes.
Figueroa, you have the floor.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a report on the awaiting list that I want to withdraw and place. I move to the.
Can we place 21-65 first and then,
Yeah,
Okay,
since that's a pending motion? If there are no objections, we will vote on the pending motion to place Standing Committee Report number 21-65 on today's calendar for action. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye.
Yes.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 21-65 is now placed on the calendar for action. Chief Clerk, please.
Mr. Speaker, currently on the Standing Committee Report calendar, we have Standing Committee Report number 21-65 regarding the fiscal year 21 budget from your Committee on External Affairs for adoption.
So move, Mr. Speaker.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 21-65. Discussion?
Question.
If there are no objections, we will vote on the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 21-65. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 21-65.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to withdraw and place Congress Standing Committee Report on the waiting list 21-66.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress withdraw and place CB number 21-66 for action on today's calendar. The rules are still suspended. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All
Aye.
opposed say nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 21-66 is now placed on the calendar for action. Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
I move Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 21-66.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 21-66 for action. Discussion?
Question.
If there are no objections, we will vote on the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 21-66. All those in favor of the said motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 21-66 has been adopted by Congress. Chairman Romulo, you wish to make a motion?
Resolution.
Speaker, sorry,
You have the
recess.
floor. Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, any more standing committee reports?
There are no more, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. Chairman Romulo, you have the floor.
Short recess, Acting Speaker.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. item number 20, Chief Clerk.
Item 20, Mr. Acting Speaker, introduction of bills and resolutions.
If you have any measures to introduce, please pass them on to Chief Clerk or email them. Next item, Chief Clerk.
One oversight, Mr. Acting Speaker. CP number 21-226 was attached to report 21-66. And since that report was adopted, it should be on first reading under bill calendar. So,
Thank you, Chief Clerk. If there are no objections, we'll go back up to item number 18, bill calendar. Chief Clerk, please. Any bills?
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 21-226 for first reading from your Committee on Ways and Means, and this is to increase the special drawing rights, or SDR, of 5,100,000 to SDR 7,200,000 for the membership quota of the Federal States of Micronesia in the International Monetary Fund, or IMF.
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
I move to defer action on the bill to stays.
Second.
Can you please repeat that motion?
Move to defer action on the bill to Tuesday's bill calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that CB number 21-226 be deferred to Tuesday's calendar. If there are no objections, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. CB number 21-226 is deferred to Tuesday's calendar. Any more bills, Chief Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Acting Speaker. There are none.
Short recess, Speaker.
Short recess. If there are no objections, we will go back. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Item number 21, miscellaneous communications. There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 22, miscellaneous business.
Any miscellaneous business?
Speaker.
Chairman Perman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm going to apologize to all members, but I'm going to do a motion to adjourn till Monday, 10 o'clock. So move.
Second.
Recess. Recess. I'm sorry,
It's
recess.
been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until 10 a.m. Monday morning. If there are no objections, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say- Motion carried. Congress stands in recess until 10 a.m. Monday morning. Thank you, everyone.